Scott. I'm Russell.
And I'm Leo. This is Spitball. Welcome to Spitball, where 3 gigabit gurus and a guest empty our heads of startup and tech product ideas that we have stuck up in there so you can all have them for free. Anything we say is yours to keep. And this week, I brought our guest. I am delighted to introduce y'all to Marcus. My friend Marcus is a developer. He is a tech enthusiast. He is a small business owner, consultant, and he's going to fit in perfectly with the vibes that we're going for here. Marcus, welcome to Spitball.
Hi, guys. How's it going?
I'm so glad you're here. This is going to be fun. To get us warmed up this week, I have a game that I'm going to call this time Root Cause Roulette. One of my favorite, in the spirit of Marcus, my friend, being a customer service help desk person in our day jobs, I am going to take some inspiration from one of the best podcasts ever, Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, and radio show, I guess, too, and give a little, not my job, by giving you guys a story from the subreddit r/Tales from Tech Support. And I want you guys, I have a story, and then I want to give you 3 options for how that problem was resolved. And I want you to guess which one is the real one.
I love this.
We're going to start as we always do with our guest, Marcus. Marcus, I got to tell you a story about Tales from Tech Support. One time a user reported that every morning for a short time, around the same time each day, their computer would have a beeping sound. It would last for just a moment or two, and then it would stop. Troubleshooting finally found the issue, and it was when the tech stayed in the room and found that the source of the sound was which of these? A, an alarm clock in Windows that for some reason came set out of the box on gateway computers. B, the user had left a 10-hour intermittent beeping YouTube video on loop without realizing it. Or C, the user's office was next to the company loading dock, and it was the sound of the UPS truck backing up each morning. Which of those is the real problem that they had found?
Man, those are all awful answers.
Do you need them again?
I would have to go with the first one.
The alarm clock in Windows, I fooled you. It was the UPS truck.
No,
it's gotta be
way.
Yeah.
I thought it was either A
Some
or
guy
C.
was like, I don't think that's coming from your computer. And they looked back there, and sure enough, it was the truck out the window.
There's no way.
Amazing.
Scott,
Hit me.
in a small IT office, the entire network mysteriously went down one day. When the IT tech finally arrived, like a outsourced third-party IT tech, he discovered that what had happened? A, the free-roaming office mascot, a hamster, had chewed through every single Ethernet cable. B, the clients had thrown away the server, claiming, quote, they couldn't turn it on and no one uses that computer anyway. Or C, a new microwave upstairs had permanently disabled their office router system's Wi-Fi access points.
That has to be B. It just seems so real.
It is B.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Not only had they
way.
unplugged their computer, thrown it in the dumpster out back, but by the time the tech arrived, the garbage truck came and collected the thing, and they had thrown away their server with all of their company files.
Oh, no.
And the last time they'd done a backup was over a year ago.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow.
Just unplug that.
Wow.
Yeah, no one sits at that computer. Throw it away.
Yikes.
So good. Russell, a proud IT father on this subreddit was watching his toddler play with a toy laptop when it stopped flashing lights and making sounds like it was supposed to. What did the man's toddler do to fix it? A, he watched his kid crawl over to the batteries drawer, fetch 2 batteries, use a screwdriver for the first time, and successfully replace them. B, he threw it away and begged to go to the Apple store to buy a new one. Or C, he paused, used the power switch to turn it off, and then back on again.
Oh, man. As a father of a toddler, a 3-year-old now, I'm very curious what your answer is.
That's why I picked you for this one.
Man, it's not going to be 2. I think it might be 3. He's going to turn it off and on
It is
again.
3. It's a great story. It's
Yeah.
like one of the top posts of the whole all time. It's like, I watched my kid turn it off and on again. He's an IT genius. One more time through. Marcus, a tech's boss, the CEO of the company, was complaining incessantly about his new laptop's mouse being, quote, jittery. How did the tech fix the issue? A, he cosmetically cleaned the mouse, put it in a bag, and gave it to the boss as his new replacement mouse. B, he dunked it in a bag of rice overnight. Or C, he dropped it out of the office's 5-story window and it magically started working.
Oh, my God. Why do I feel like it's C?
No, right?
You want to go with final answer?
That is so ridiculous. Yeah, I'll go with C.
The dude just cleaned the mouse and put it back in the box.
Oh my god!
It's like, yeah, sorry that was happening, boss. We got you a brand new one, and the boss never said a word about it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Scott, I have a one from Hope College.
Turns out he has
I have
buttons.
CIT lore that I'd love to share with you from my work and Marcus's job. Marcus, you might have heard this one. I don't know. A user was complaining years ago that they had an old school 5¼ inch floppy disk drive that was failing to write files to the disk. What was the issue? A. Unbeknownst to him, his disk drive was filled with Apple Jacks cereal by his kids. B. The disk drive was actually a VHS recorder. Or C. The professor was writing the files, taking the disks out, and magnet attaching their disk to the side of their filing cabinet.
That C seems like a realistic thing that could happen nowadays.
So
I'm gonna go with
specific.
that.
That's exactly
dude.
what He was grabbing his files, plunk, immediately erasing them by magneting them.
Why is it not working?
Something's wrong with the drive. My department replaced the drive twice, and then they said, show us what you're doing. And
Amazing.
Russell, let's finish it off. A user was intermittently getting a black screen on their computer, but only when they were about to begin typing. Not when they typed, when they thought they were about to start typing. Why? What ended up being the root issue? A,
Whoa.
the user had a magnet clasp on their watch band, and whenever they'd get near the palm rest, the laptop would think the lid was closed. B, a hacker who turned out to be their rascally nephew was remoting into the computer and pranking her. Or C, the user was using a solar panel as a charger, and when a cloud went by, the laptop would run out of power.
It's got to be the Apple Watch or the Magnet Watch thing, because I feel like that's happened to me before.
The answer was A, you are correct, and the user was me. It took me a couple of weeks of like, why is this turning black sometimes? I don't get it, before I realized it was a magnet in my watch.
Amazing.
Very good. I wasn't keeping track of who won, so I'm going to go ahead and say, Russell, you won. Well done this week.
Woo. Thank you.
Russell, you have earned the honor of kicking us off first. What do you got this week for us?
Whew. Okay, well, I don't know how I got the inspiration for this, but yeah, this idea is a third-party bullshitter company. I don't know how else to call it. And so what we do is we provide bullshitting services. So if you wanted to be a leader that drove $1 million in revenue at your organization, we'll be your reference. Do you have a competing offer that you need for your negotiation? We'll write you the competing offer letter.
Okay.
Did you need references like you worked at Twitter for a long time? I mean, we're the HR department chair that helped get you the job, and saw your leadership abilities. Russell, this is brilliant. Why have we not thought of this?
So, okay.
That's it. We're a professional bullshitting company. We have phone lines. We have exit interviews. We'll go on your LinkedIn and put bullshit like, recommendations.
Endorsed for worked for SpaceX or whatever.
Oh, yeah, dude. We'll do it all, right?
Okay. All right.
That's it. Professional bullshitters.
Is it like different tiers? Like you can say, oh, I worked as Apple as like a custodian, but like, no, I was in the C-suite and like that costs way more.
Oh, yeah, because we got to put way more bullshit into it, right? Our bullshit meter needs to go up and your cost goes up, right? We have to come up with like PR, we gotta have videos of you in front of a stage if you're a chief executive, presenting in front of millions.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you gotta,
Okay.
make an about page, forge it on Apple's website. Oh, we gotta do a lot.
This is pretty much what RingCam's org chart was already, wasn't it?
It's exactly what it was, though. Like our startup, we hire these interns or people, and we're like, look, we're not going to be able to pay you much, but we guarantee we're going to give you a good job by the end of this, because we would use this as a reference, and this intern is all of a sudden the VP of sales or something on paper, and then they call our company, our hotline, like, oh yeah, the such and such, absolutely, best salesman we ever had. We've had him for years, and
Okay.
It
and
worked.
we got them all great jobs, and they're all happy.
Yeah, that's taking a page out of there.
Okay.
And why not, right? That's it. I feel like it'd be very useful for job hunts. But I was like, what else could you use it for? Like, if you wanted to, get a competing quote for cars or something. I'm trying to think of other ways to do it. Yeah.
Have them submit a house offer.
Surely this is fraud, right? I don't.
I mean, I don't know. You could probably like work out the deal. So it's like, it's like, oh, do you want to buy a house? Or pretend to buy a house in my area. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I don't know. Like, why not? Shoot.
It's so simple and so brilliant. It's just lying. Let's lie.
I mean, there are some really powerful people that lie quite a lot and get away with it. You know what I mean? So why not just bring it to the masses? Why do the top 1% get to bullshit their way up to the top? This is for the mass market.
I'm having trouble figuring out where the limit is before you're in legal trouble. Like, are there any of those examples that you could be taken to court for? Or are all of those, like, liability free?
Great question.
Is there any consequence of a person out there acting under the guise of a company saying, yes, they worked at Twitter, and when they actually didn't? Like, is that a legally chargeable offense? We need a lawyer.
I think we could South Park our way through it. I think we could, honestly, like, you just
What does that mean?
So you create a company named Twitter that sells grass clippings. And you tell him, yeah, he helped build the technology.
Clipper.
And all that stuff. And you just have him copy paste, like, a set of code that you gave him, right? And I think technically you could. Where's the line to say that he didn't do it, right?
We paid him $300,000 a year, but he only worked it for 3 minutes. So
there you go, right? The pay stubs,
it's $300,000 a year, but that's divided minutely, so he only got 3 minutes worth of it. I see the hourly rate.
It's not a lie, right? At that point, that's where the premium service is, right?
This company's going to own like hundreds of domains that are all
lawyers
for email addresses and stuff and fake video hosting. And that's fun.
Yeah, no, I feel like companies nowadays don't really do their own like research. They're outsourcing it to a third party company. So, and I feel like a lot of their, I don't know. I have to imagine there's a lot of stuff that goes under the radar.
Yeah. It's harder and harder to figure out what random website is even owned by whom nowadays. Your whois's and stuff don't work anymore. Like, said another way, it's easier to be anonymous on the internet as a business who's pretending to be something that they're not. So this is like the prime time to do something like this.
No, that's so true and kind of off topic, but like our local Tulip Time, like I'm assuming Holland did something with the website, but it's tuliptime.org. It's not tuliptime.gov like you would expect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought that was weird, but it seemed like a legit website. Like it was like the city of Holland was promoting it. So,
but why aren't they like associated? Yeah.
That is weird.
Russell, I want you to come in next week with your anti-bullshitting pitch idea.
Tries
so you can
to weed
snuff
out
out all the people. Yeah, to weed out any bullshitters.
Create a problem and then solve that problem, right? Just disrupt the entire credibility of every single employee
and then
ever.
fix it for a price.
That's right.
Brilliant. That was brilliant.
I feel like Mark Cuban did that. Mark Cuban I was watching an interview with him where he literally bought a company that would go out and sleuth like claims on the stock market. Like a company would be like, oh, we just opened this brand new warehouse and such, and their stock price would go up. He would actually like send people to the warehouse, like look at their utility bills and other things. Like, these guys don't even have internet at this place. Like, how could they possibly? It's not worth it at all. And then just to cut the price back down. I don't know. I feel like that's where you're going to be next week.
Whoa, that's interesting. Yeah.
If these two companies are both secretly owned, then you can have a monopoly on knowing which ones are bullshit and which ones are not, and then sell that to the people who are interested in knowing.
Could I bullshit my other company up to like to be grandiose? Like, we were on TechCrunch. Like, we're here to stop those bad people, right?
There are bad people everywhere pretending that everyone worked for Twitter, but we know that they didn't, and we have a secret algorithm to know.
Just making LLCs every other day.
Here's Joe. He worked at Twitter from start to finish and was an HR employee that saved some data about it. We'll just,
it's Russell's all the way
just
down.
me. Just
It's
all
just
over.
Russell's all the way down.
Okay, what about for you guys, like your role like at IT? I could totally forge, a Cisco or a Lenovo letter that says you're broken. Like the thing is broken, or hey, Nope, they've done everything in their power. Leo and Marcus have done everything in their power to solve the issue. It's a manufacturer error. You need to buy new equipment, right? Or something crazy like that, right?
Russell, I have so little trust in the system already, and now you're just deteriorating the rest of it.
What about if we sell people literal lies?
You're buying them, though. That's the other thing. People are buying lies.
Dear IT manager, it's me, Mr. Lenovo. I promise, shit's real bad over there, and he needs a new computer. Please buy it from us, Lenovo. Thank you.
Here's a fake coupon that I generated.
Hi, I'm Todd Lenovo.
I've known Rob Lenovo for years, and he is a truthful man. And then all of a sudden, it just goes through a full loop.
You just find some guy on Instagram named Rob Lenovo. Can you say this? I'll pay you $100.
Cameo.
I want a fake doctor's note from this, Russell.
Oh.
There we go. Fake doctor's notes.
Bone spurs. Can't go to Vietnam.
Airlines. I don't know if you can fake a certificate to change an airline date. I think there's a couple certificate or something. You know?
Oh my god.
You need to reschedule your vacation, but you didn't pay for the insurance thing, so you hire you to make a lie about. Man, you're gonna kill a lot of grandmas in this.
Rest in peace, Grandma. I need to change a flight. Grandma 48. Alrighty, Scotty B. What do you got for us this week?
All right. I actually want to do a Russell's Love Corner.
Oh, baby. Cue the music.
Yeah.
In addition, I am so sorry, guys, but I have to put money into the AI swear jar. I know.
He's going to talk about AI again.
I know.
Wow, how original.
So last time I was traveling, I was flipping through TV and Hitch was on with Will Smith. And if you guys remember that movie, he's just like a real-time dating advice wingman. And I'm sitting there like, why? We could do this now. We could just have a little Will Smith sitting in your ear as a little hidden earpiece. And then just that is listening to the entire conversation and just giving you little tips or jabs or being like, hey, they're losing interest on you on here. Or, hey, you should ask them about this because this is relevant to it. I went on a date once with a girl. It was she was so nervous that she had brought flashcards with her to the date and was reading them under the table as prompts, as in she would look down suddenly and go, do you have any pets? And I, I didn't call her out or anything on it, but it was quite obvious what was happening on there. And I feel like we could do this in a much better and more subtle way.
The one that got away, Scott. I'm kidding. Don't listen.
Where is Do You Have Any Pets flashcard girl now?
I have no idea.
This would be, I think, with Zoom and like a smart, like a hidden camera, a little bit of you could do this with real people. I feel like AI would be great too, but I think just in general, I would love to be a wingman to some dude in the earpiece or whatever, right?
Oh, I see. You actually hire a real person.
The surveillance van out in the outside of the restaurant, Nathan Fielder style.
Is that creepier? I don't even know. It's already creepy to start with. Actually, I kind of like that.
You guys know the Be My Eyes app? There's an app for if you have vision impairments, you can get randomly matched up with somebody who has installed the app, who is sighted, who can, what color are these shoes or how many calories are in this can of beans or whatever. You spin up a quick video call. You could almost have a matching service where you install Dating Wingman and say, I'm interested in giving advice or taking advice. And then you get a phone call out of nowhere that's like, hey, I'm on a date right now. Would you mind moderating or whatever? Russell, you were saying you wanted to be one of these people. Are you saying that you're waiting for someone in particular to ask?
Yeah. Or I guess I'd be like, sure, dude, I'll listen in and just give you encouragement, but also tips or something. I don't know, hey, you're choking. Just I don't know. Like ask
her if she has any pets.
follow up on that question, dude. I don't know. I might not be the best for this, but like I'm sure there'd be people out there that'd be like really good at, I mean, even if it's just audio, right? Video would be great. I don't know how you would, I guess, is that what you were thinking, Scott? Just audio? Earbuds?
I was just thinking purely audio all the way through. Video, yeah, I guess you might need video cues though. I mean, you don't even have to have it like talking to you. You could just have it like 1 buzz means this, 2 buzz means change the topic, and 3.
Yeah, you could have it on your Apple Watch too. It could be just an app.
It's just an app on your Apple Watch.
You're just watching you're just looking at,
Yeah,
well,
it's got a microphone.
that might look bad too if you're just constantly looking at your watch. Stop looking at me.
Wait for the buzzes. The buzzes.
Yeah, it could be buzzes.
Morse code.
So this is technically legal in most states that are one-party recording consent states. We're not worried at all about introducing and normalizing just recording people without them knowing. We're all good with that.
Yeah, totally fine with that.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Ring
All right,
doorbells do that all the time, right? It's just,
and we love it how they give all the footage to the police. We love it.
oh yeah, and posting it on like Ring share community, you know, it's like, oops,
Oh, jeez.
walking my
Is
dog.
it actually recording if there's no transcript after? Does that still count?
Yeah, I think so. As long as it's getting processed.
We'll erase it. We'll erase it at the end,
Oh,
right?
great.
That's it.
I swear, Your Honor, I erase it. I don't do anything weird with all this video that I'm recording and storing.
We trained the AI model and then deleted the file, so it's not there anymore. If it's listening, you might not need it to record anything, but if there's an awkward pause or something, or you're rambling for too long, you know, maybe stop. If you like, maybe it just measures how much you're talking versus how much the other person's talking, and helps
Scoreboard.
Yeah,
Helps
you can get
volley.
some good stats out of that.
right.
The mood radar.
Like if it's a one-sided conversation, you know, on your side of the house, like this thing will help you like stop talking, like buzz, you know, you talked for 5 minutes straight, you know, or something. There's probably other scenarios like that where it'd be really helpful to catch yourself in some of the common issues, right? And then, yeah, stats and tracking and all that stuff would be really interesting too. You cursed 45 times.
Not great for a first date.
Yeah.
You brought up your exes 4 times.
Oh.
I'll just make a bingo card by the end. Red flag bingo.
What if it just recorded? I mean, like, even if it just recorded your own voice the whole time, right? To remove the legality of it all, right? Like, if it just recorded what you were saying.
How does it only do your voice? That's
The
for the
engineers will
engineers.
figure it out.
Yeah, right.
the
Don't worry about it.
engineers.
Yeah, Apple already figured that out, voice isolation, so we don't have to worry
there
about
you
that.
go.
Boom.
I think we've talked about this on the show before, but Amazon had that Halo wristband. They were going to like dip into the fitness trackers thing, and one of the key features that maybe made it fail that people were not interested in was that it would listen to you all day and say you were really angry sounding today at these points, and here's some points where you should change your tone when you're talking to that person and stuff. I don't think people like that very much.
Whoa.
So I don't know if the world's ready for your idea, Russell.
Yeah. I still just, I want to take it back to the basics. I guess it's basics. I want Will Smith's voice in my ear, and I want him listening to both sides of the conversation, even if it's only allowed in certain states,
Just step to the left, snap.
and prodding me in the right direction.
Ask them if they have any pets.
Ask if they have any pets.
Okay, I'm seeing what you're saying. So if I had Hitch, not Will Smith, Hitch, right? Because he's going
Hitch,
to
yep.
make me slap, you know, Chris, whatever, Chris Rock right on stage. It was real. But I mean, like, yeah, Hitch,
Very
right?
topical. Yes. Hitting us with that current event. It's the hottest gossip of a year and a half ago.
This episode was recorded a year and a half ago. No, I mean, I haven't watched Hitch in a while, but he's just like a pro then, right? He just knows what you should say.
All right. So we're several minutes into this pitch now. I can ask, what's Hitch about?
You haven't seen Hitch?
No. And maybe some listeners haven't either.
Oops.
Whoops.
Will Smith is
Will Smith is a dating coach.
dating coach, and that's it.
Okay. There wasn't any more that I needed then. I got it.
Nope.
All right. Cool.
But he's a mastermind, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just a regular dating
He's a
coach.
good one.
He's a super pro.
Does he listen to the date the whole time?
No, he coaches and then they go on the date, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Which, shoot, that might even be good too.
Maybe you need that. Yeah, it sounds like your AI Hitch wouldn't happen during the date.
I don't know. I just keep coming back to Flashcard Girl, and I'm like, if she had something in her ear that was driving the conversation, just a little prod in the right direction.
Pets! You need more pets! Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. There's something screaming in my ear. Pets, pets, pets.
Dude, what's another example? Like, Hitch did something. I only remember the dance move thing. There was other steps. There was other stuff in Hitch that was really like, oh man. He just like got you to a base level of cool, it sounds like, just to get past all that awkwardness. That's like what...
That was the big thing. Get past all the awkwardness. Hey, here's how you break the touch barrier on a first date, where you like lightly put your hand on their back or something when you're leaning forward, and here's how you do such and such.
Duolingo has a paid premium tier, but then they also have an extra premium tier called Max, and it lets you use AI to have video calls with fake characters, and they're not real video calls, of course, but it's AI-driven character, like cartoon characters, and you practice speaking the language you want to learn.
That's awesome.
Would you be able to do that, but dating coach?
Practice dates.
Yeah.
That's
Whoa, there's the pivot. I like that.
So you're firing up a Zoom call, but it's actually Will Smith. And he says, all right, we're going to hop into this first date. And then you switch to a cartoon of whatever sex you're interested in at the table in the restaurant. And you have a 2-minute back and forth. And then it tells you what you did wrong. And
then you Ender's Game it halfway through and all these Zoom calls, and they actually switch over to a real person, but you don't even know it.
Whoa. This whole time you've been speed dating on Zoom.
That would be so cool, though. That'd be such a twist. Like, actually, that was a real... she was training, and I was training her.
On you.
And you at the same time, and you guys...
It's just all humans.
And literally, they're just like, it's just like a Zoom chat. Like, the guy's just like, hey, you should talk more. Like, hey, you should talk, like, stop talking.
I think that Hard Fork, the New York Times podcast, did an episode about Tinder doing something kind of like this, where it'll, like, simulate a phone call with a fake potential love interest, first date type person, and you kind of have a back and forth, but it's AI, and then it cuts off the call after a minute and says, yeah, here's how your small talk went. It wasn't great. Consider focusing more on blah, 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 and tries to give you like first date feedback. So there might be something to this. Seems like other people are playing in this space.
Dude, that'd be just so funny if Duolingo just came out with like a quiz. Like, what do you do on the first date? Ding, ding. Get the bell ringing.
What language do you want to learn? The language of love.
Is chivalry dead? Doo-doo. Depends on who you ask. Right?
Yeah, see, there'd have to be levels to it because it depends on what generation of woman that you're going for.
Yeah.
Because, the older women are going to want that man who lays their jacket down. But if you're a young Rizzler, you can't be doing nothing that's skibbity, questionable.
You're so hip.
That's right, though.
I don't know if I used that terminology correctly.
How old is she? All right, don't open doors.
Right.
Eat when the food's down, not when she gets hers. Right? Hitch, Hitch Live is like the premium, super premium product, Scott, that you get after you've launched your training service. Mm-hmm. Your live Zoom, like literally Flashcard Girl could have done AI Scott date, and instead of doing she could have the flashcards then, but not when she's on the date, because she'd take your images and put them on an AI avatar. Not weird at all. And then just flashcard through a whole date, then she'll memorize the questions.
So your service, a creeper goes to, uploads a bunch of photos of his target, turns them into some sort of interactive bot that they fall in love with.
Oh my god. Creeper. Why did you say target?
Victim, sorry.
Target acquired.
Much better.
AI uploading.
Oh yeah.
All right, Leo, what have you brought us this week?
I've got a banger for you this week, guys. So, all around us, there are treasure hunts, Easter egg hunts, whatever you want to call it, that kids would super enjoy to participate in, and they're called geocaches. Geocaching. a fringe hobby for a couple of mapping nerds and cartography people, and Sander and myself and a few other friends of mine. It's something that's always interested me, and it's something I've never really gotten into. And now that I have a couple of young ones, boy, oh boy, would I love to like introduce my 5-year-old to, hey, did you know that people around the country and around the world like hide secret fun treasure dumps that we could go on adventures to go find? Dang, that would be so fun. Right now, if you want to get a kid into geocaching, you have to like buy an old Android phone and put the geocaching app on it and like hotspot it to your phone, and it works okay. If they can read, maybe it'd be a little better, but if it's like a little kid, not really. There were a couple of like kid-specific geocaching devices over the years, but they've come and gone. I want to create a pretty simple device. You've got handheld GPS, maybe it's got Bluetooth so it can talk to a phone or something, but it doesn't need connectivity itself. It's preloaded with some local geocache spots, and then it's talking to my phone, the parent, the guardian, who's controlling where we're headed and what hints are popping up with like a map and an arrow and however much or little detail that you want to have. That's all like done on the parent side of stuff, right? This could be dedicated hardware. That'd be really fun. This could even be like a web app where like 2 different devices load the web app. One says I'm the parent and one says I'm the kid, and it uses the geocaching API, and you've got like 2 Android phones or whatever that have loaded it up, some old iPhone that you pull out of a drawer. Whatever you want to use to make this happen, it's very clear that geocaching is like a niche hobby, and I think that kids are the way to make it go mainstream, right? Like, I know that there's a park that I can see from my front yard that has a geocache in it. I've seen it once. It's kind of neat. It's a little like bullet-sized piece of metal that is magneted under a sign, and you can like write your name. I found this on April whatever or May whatever, and then you put it back, and that's it. We did it. Woohoo! Some other geocaches have like little trinkets that people will leave that you can like go find and grab one of. That's so fun, and that's totally the kind of thing that would inspire wonder in a kid, right? So there needs to be a more accessible way to bring your kid along without having to like pull up the geocaching account and sign up for geocaching premium and say, yeah, this modal dialogue says that we're 600 feet from this sign, but the hint is whatever. Like, we need to make this kid friendly.
I want to just design the UI for that kid-friendly app, because that
Right?
sounds so much fun, like a big over-the-top cartoon radar or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Distance away.
Pirate map.
Pirate map. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yes.
X
A little
marks the
treasure.
spot.
It's got like the dotted lines and the X's and stuff. You could have the dotted line be where they've been so far, the trail that they've laid.
Yeah. Teach them how to read a map.
Oh, so this could be like a newspaper-sized e-ink tablet. Okay.
A scroll.
Yeah. There's bendable displays out there now. Marcus, you have a little one. Are they old enough to go on? Not quite yet.
No, she might like the N, like actually
Yeah.
opening the geocache, but she's 1.5, so
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Not quite yet.
No.
It's coming, man.
No, but I love that idea.
I'm on weekend duty. What do I do with my kid? My partner's out of town. I need to find an activity. This is cheap or free. This is outside.
Yeah, no, I love that idea. I've honestly, I've wanted to do geocaching, but I've never like had the time, or it was never like that exciting to me. So yeah, I think you're right. Like bringing a kid into it would make it way more enticing, especially for me having a daughter. Yeah.
I mean, this like for geocaching, like is one thing. I bet you could create scavenger hunts and stuff too. That would be like, I don't know if you wanted to build on top of it too, like multiple geocaches, or turn any walking experience to be better, right? Geocaching would be a layer you could add to the map. Parks, cool trees, events. I don't know, stuff like that, right?
Cool tree. Yeah. This would be interesting to kids' database. There's a rock over here that looks crazy. I gotta mark that in the treasure map.
Anthill. Stayed here for 15 minutes.
Dude, I saw a bug over here.
Are there like, I bet there's like, it'd be cool to know what geocaches would be more kid friendly and more interesting for kids too.
The geocaching website has like, these are the tiers of easy and hard to find. These are like the ratings. This is how much time it takes to get to it. It's like really broken down and indexed and subcategorized and all that. So you could have the like kid friendly tag on it or something, right?
Yeah.
I've thought about this too because my coworker gifted me it's like standalone Garmin
GPS.
like old style GPS that you could load the waypoints onto, and it kind of works, but you have to use the crappy Garmin Sync software that doesn't work well anymore, and it's for a couple of reasons not super practical. And it seems like we're in this era where you could build the like dedicated device hardware out the door for like really cheap, right? It's a freaking chip and an Arduino and a screen and a GPS like receiver that's got to be like $20 parts max.
It could be like a compass, like a round compass,
Yeah.
like a big.
Ooh, that's
kinda-
a good one. Always points.
A physical
just a full
dial?
screen.
Yeah, you can change it to be like map view, compass view, direction. Point to where we're supposed to go.
Oh, I thought you meant a physical, like, so you've got like a round piece of metal with actual dials, but they're on a motor or whatever. And so like as you move it around with the accelerometer, it's physically pointing to the cache. That'd be kind of fun.
Oh, I mean, sure. That's probably more.
like a clock that you're holding where the hands are pointed the right way. That'd be cool. I mean, with an
Compass that doesn't
accelerometer.
point north.
Yeah.
that.
It's like Sparrow. Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow.
That's it.
That would be cool.
Is that a product? That has to be a product for something. Because if not, that's a great idea on its own. Just this
Yeah.
is always pointing towards something, no matter where you are in the world.
partner's phone? Oh, it's my Valentine's Day gift, dear.
I will always know where you are.
Oh, yeah, maybe not. It's a little stalkery.
The old school pirate treasure map. I can't get that out of my head. I would have loved that as a kid. I did geocaching all the time growing
You
up.
did?
Oh, yeah. We had this very old, clunky GPS, and you can only get like 4 or 5 satellites ever on the guy.
Yeah.
But it was so much fun. It was back when it was just like whatever geocaching.org, and there'd only be X posts in your area, but you would find a little film canister or something around with a piece of paper in, and it was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
We do a toy exchange on it. You bring a toy and you take a toy from it.
I think what would be really cool is bringing like VR into it. I mean, right now VR is a little subpar. I think it's getting closer. Like it wouldn't be super cool to have like a big old thing on your head, but once tech is more like maybe a little like glasses on your eyes, and then yeah, you can have like the arrow out in front of you. And
Yeah. Have you done Google Maps when you hold it up and it puts the arrows to navigate up over the UI?
I've seen
It's
the update, but I haven't actually used it myself.
It's basically what you're describing, where like it's just showing you the pass-through of your camera and stuff, but then on the road or nearby, it plops big arrows like, this is the way to go, dummy. It's when you're walking around, walking directions.
Honestly, maybe that's even better. Maybe like
No, I'm
maybe
saying
we
you want
just.
that on your Vision, man.
I mean, that would be cool too. But I don't know. I had the Vision Pro, the Apple Vision Pro, and it's cool and all, but it's still a big thing you have to wear on your face.
Ski goggles.
Yeah.
And you don't want your kid like staring at a screen while outside.
Exactly. That's
We finally are going on a walk. Put this TV on your face.
it defeats
Yeah.
the purpose a little bit.
I like the idea of it somehow being like a scroll that you hold. This is like the Marauders map. You know what I mean? Like it's a live updating screen tablet.
Have you
thing.
seen the rollable Samsung screens?
They're like proof of concept, though, right?
No,
That
they're
actually
real.
exists.
I'm pretty
Yeah?
sure they're real. Yeah, I can't remember now if it's LG or Samsung, but I swear
Seems
one
like
of them.
every year at CES, there's some like rollable TV, but then I don't know if there's like, can you buy that?
I think
Yeah.
they're still like in concept in the sense of they're not really affordable to create. And I think there's some issues with like the backlighting and like the brightness and whatnot. So you have to have like a specific background with it. But I'm fairly confident it is a real product now. Like there's a
really cool.
right. That would be sick.
It doesn't do anything except show the map where you are, your trail of where you've walked, and there's the X. That's it. Get on it, Samsung. All right, Marcus, what do you got for us this week?
After that, man, I feel like mine's pretty lame.
No,
but
hit us.
it's more for the socially awkward folk, right? So
Flashcard dates. I gotcha.
yeah, basically it's in the same realm. It's in the same realm, but I think you could use it outside of dating. I think we could use it in like work settings if you're having an awkward conversation. Essentially, what I'm thinking of calling it is Control Alt Defeat, and it's an insole you put into your shoe, and you can either toe tap or do like a heel twitch, and that triggers a call on your phone So you can be like, sorry guys, I gotta walk away and take this call.
Yes,
Get you out of those awkward
that's
conversations.
so good.
It's so simple.
That's what I'm saying. Your
Yes.
guys' was way more complex, but
So this is a quick escape hatch. Absolutely. Oh shoot, my grandma's calling. I gotta take this.
Just James Bond your way out of there. I love it.
2-hour town hall meeting. Like, yeah, man, I gotta go. Sorry, my mom's calling.
Interesting.
She's calling again. She's calling again. It must be important, right? Boss, look
Yeah,
look
that's clever. You ignore it the first 2 times. You'd be like, on the third one, I'm sorry, guys. I got to figure out what's going on here.
Make it realistic.
rotate between multiple contexts too, so you know it's tragic. You know, it's just,
I better take this, guys.
Yeah.
Elgato makes like a USB peripheral that is switches, so you could have like I press this to switch my scene when I'm live streaming, or this is my button to make the bomb go off in my game or whatever. I wonder if you could just make this a peripheral where it just like I tapped my toe and now it's locked my computer as I get up to go, or I tap my toe and it does like some other practical useful thing, and then one of the 4 gestures is fake a call.
Right. Ooh, I like that.
Would a
actually,
footpad be useful for some other? What are the contexts where you wish you were hands free?
Yeah, 100%. Maybe if you could connect it to your home Internet of Things somehow. I mean, but yeah, what would you? I mean, when would you still have your? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe close the garage.
Yeah, right.
yes.
Tap tap. When is it useful? Because your hands are busy.
Groceries.
When you're cooking, you have like food all over your hands because you're mixing the whatever, and you just tap tap to go to the next song, or tap tap to go to the next page in the recipe, or
Yes.
something like
Unlock
that.
the iPad. Like,
Sure.
so bad. Sometimes you're like making something and your iPad just turns off, and then you have to press the button to and
Get
then unlock
chicken
the
grease
screen.
all over it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, oh, should I? Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, that pain. That'd be so helpful.
Okay, I like that multi-use insole. The tech insole.
I've seen the like you press a button and it automatically closes your tailgate, your back, a motorized trunk thing. But you're carrying all those groceries. You just tap tap tap, and your car door shuts and locks itself. That'd be cool.
I've seen some where it's just like a wave of your foot underneath but I've seen
cool.
I've seen some of them not work as you'd expect. Like I just seen an Instagram reel of some dude like showing it off, and he had to like get on the ground and like bend all the way under it to trigger it. So he was like making fun of it. So this could be a great alternative.
Very convenient.
Bluetooth insoles.
Yeah, you have to plug in your shoe every day. Don't forget that.
I'm sorry, honey. I forgot to charge my shoes again.
No, it runs off the heat of your feet.
Yeah.
Oh shoot!
Low
it gives you
energy.
electric. Every step
Yeah.
is a little burst of
Yeah,
voltage.
exactly.
That actually in itself is legit.
My shoes don't do anything except for charge battery packs. When you get
Oh,
home with
that.
this, you take off your shoes and plug your phone into it.
Oh, I love that actually.
Scott's like, damn, that's actually interesting.
It's a
right?
really good idea. I want to do the math on it. How much power can you generate from walking 10,000 steps a
Springy
day?
would it feel to like be pushing down on like a thing all day? Yeah.
Piezo, yeah.
Okay, this sounds crazy, but what about like tap dancing? Can you imagine? I don't know what you could
You forgot to take them out.
techno-fi like tap dancing. Okay, so
Ooh.
you throw like a theremin nearby, okay, or something. Or something and then like, or
Finish
like
this thought.
you put a full ass piano in there somehow, like, or like a set of keys, or like, I don't know, chords. Let's say you put chords in different buttons on that foot pad. Boom, you got tap dancing with like some crazy, I don't know, like matching music or background vibes.
You ever
right?
see those one-man band guys who will have like drums strapped to their back and they're like doing a wiggle to make the cymbals go and stuff? You've got that, but it's just the tap dance insoles on an electric drum kit. So as they're tapping, it's I'm playing the drums.
way out there, but like this is like this is how broad this idea could be, right? It could be from tap dancing to calling your phone, right?
I love how the product morphed.
Scope
It
creep.
always does.
Curveball.
You had such a narrow vision for it.
I did. Yeah, you guys really opened up my eyes to the possibilities.
The world of possibilities. Well, dear listener, we know you have that phone call that's going to start in a second. Grandma's in the hospital again. So before she calls, I just want to quick say thank you very much for listening. We hope you enjoyed yourself. And thank you very much, Marcus, for joining us. This was super fun.
Yeah, no, it was great. Thank you guys for having me.
Our website is spitball.show. There you can find links to our YouTube channel, other social media. Email us feedback, comments, ideas. We'd love to hear from you. We are podcast@spitball.show. That's also how you can follow us in the Fediverse, such as Mastodon. We are podcast@spitball.show and on Blue Sky at spitball.show. Our subreddit is r/spitballshow. Our intro-outro music is Swingers by Bonkers Beat Club. Please, you know that one friend who's got that wacky instrument that he's been making at home for like 15 years, and it's got all kinds of springs and knobs and stuff, and you're like, is that even a synthesizer? What is it that you're doing in that basement down there? Your music sucks. Please stop showing it to me. Send him a link to the show. We'd love to hear from him. We would love to have him as a listener. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever it is that you are listening on. It's the best way for people to find out about the show. New episodes coming out in 2 weeks. We will see you then.